Good morning, students. How are you? I hope that every one of you is completely fine and are enjoying and making the most of this virtual learning. So, let's begin with a new chapter, chapter number 8, Soils of India. Students, can you tell me that what is the man in this picture doing? Yes, he is spraying insecticides in order to protect the crops. So, what are the natural resources required by the plants to live? These are air, water, sunlight, and soil. So, soil is one of the most important natural resources. Plants grow in soil and animals depend on plants for their food. Thus, all the living things, including humans, depend on the soil for their food. In villages, people build houses of mud, pots, etc. with the help of soil. And we make cloth from plants like cotton, jute, etc. So students, now you can imagine that how important this soil is for all of us. So, what is soil? The uppermost layer of the surface of earth is known as soil. It is also known as topsoil. Soil is a mixture of minerals, water, air, and the decaying remains of plants and animals. Students, now let us know that how these soils are formed. Students, it takes millions of years in the formation of soils. Due to wind, water, and sunlight, large rocks are broken down into smaller pieces, and these pieces are further broken down into much smaller pieces which form sand, silt, and different types of soil. Soil differs from place to place, and all types of soil are composed of particles of clay, sand, and silt in different quantities. The nature of the soil depends upon the rocks and other materials from which it is formed, and the fertility of the soil depends on the location of a region. It means the place which experiences much of rainfall is having more fertile soil as compared to those regions in which there is little rainfall. And so, in those areas, we need to use manures or fertilizers in order to enhance the fertility. Our next topic is different types of soil. The different parts of India are rich in different types of soil. You can look at the map and you will come to know that which part of India is rich in which type of soil. And we shall discuss about alluvial soil, black soil, red soil, laterite soil, desert soil, and mountain soil. The first one is alluvial soil, which is very fertile and is good for growing crops. The soil that is formed by the depositing of silt and sand brought down by the rivers is known as alluvial soil, and it is found in the northern and the coastal plains of India. These deposits are very fertile and soft in nature and rich, and this soil is also rich in minerals. So let us know that what are the various crops which are grown in this soil. These are rice, wheat, maize, tobacco, oilseeds, pulses, jute, fruits and vegetables are also grown in this soil. Next is black soil. The color of this soil is black and it is formed from lava after it solidifies. It means after the lava becomes hard, the black soil is being formed. And it is found in Gujarat, Maharashtra, and Madhya Pradesh, which lies in the northwestern part of the Deccan Plateau. This soil is clayey and can retain a lot of moisture. The crops which are grown here are cotton, millets, tobacco, oil seeds, wheat, and sugarcane. Next is red soil. The color of this soil is red, and the reason is that iron is present in it. It is found in Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, and Telangana. And this soil is not so fertile. So we need to use fertilizers in order to grow pulses and millets. Next is laterite soil, the soil that is produced by the process of weathering is known as laterite soil. So, weathering is what? It is the process by which rock is broken into smaller pieces by the action of weather. It is found in some parts of Bihar, Odisha, Maharashtra, Karnataka, West Bengal, Meghalaya, Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, and Telangana. And students, this soil is found in the regions that experiences a lot of rainfall. And as a result of this rain, the minerals in the soil get washed away. This process of washing away of minerals is known as leaching. Since due to leaching the minerals are washed away, so this soil is not so fertile and farmers need to apply fertilizers in order to grow coffee, tea, coconut, and rubber. Next is desert or arid soil. As the name depicts, this soil is found in desert and is found in those regions of Rajasthan and surrounding areas. All of you know that deserts are found in Rajasthan, so obviously desert soil is also found in Rajasthan and the surrounding areas. Desert receives little or no rainfall, and hence the soil is not at all fertile. And so, with the help of irrigation and fertilizers only, the farmers are able to grow some crops such as wheat, barley, millets, pulses, and cotton. Next is mountain soil. The name itself is depicting that the soil that is found in the slopes of hills is known as mountain soil. It is found in Uttarakhand, Jammu and Kashmir, and Himachal Pradesh. And this soil is rich in humus. Humus means the dead decay of plants and animals, which is also very good for growing fruits and practicing terrace farming. The crops which are grown here are maize, coffee, barley, fruits, and spices. Our next topic is soil erosion and conservation. The process by which the top layer of the soil is washed away by the rains or the winds is called soil erosion. The causes of soil erosion are natural events or human activities. Natural events include heavy rainfall, excessive floods, and strong winds which wash away the top layer of our soil and make it lack of minerals. And next is human activities, which are deforestation and land pollution, which results in erosion of our soil. Now, the ways to control soil erosion: you can plant more and more trees, which will help in increasing the number of plants. Hence, the roots of the plant will hold the soil and hence it will reduce the soil erosion. Next is reduce land pollution, avoiding chemical fertilizers, and instead of using these fertilizers we can use natural and organic fertilizers such as manures and compost. Students, this completes your chapter. I hope that everything is clear to you all. Read the chapter twice or thrice, and if you are not able to get anything, then you can text me. Happy learning and thank you all.